up, guys? Welcome to the FOMO Factory and to Promotion. I'm nervous. I'm nervous because we talked about Delysium a lot, of course. I know a lot of you guys are really into the project, and we all maybe have a lot of questions. I said I have 11 reasons why I like this project so much. And I'm curious if the team can make it a reason number 12, 13, 14, I don't know. So I don't want to waste any time. If you are here, smash the like button and the subscribe button. If you are watching back the video, then welcome to the watch back. I am happy that you are there. And I'd like to welcome Delysium to the stream. So what's up? Can you introduce yourself? Who are you? What do you do? A little about yourself.
Hey, hey, everybody. Thanks for Motion for inviting me to be on the show. I'm super nervous because it is the probably the best YouTuber in the Web3 space I've ever
Oh wow.
seen. So I'm
Wow.
super excited to be here.
Thank
So
you.
yeah. So here's Xiankun. Like I'm the chief evangelist. I would love to introduce myself in this way. I'm a chief evangelist of RCT AI and Delysium. RCT AI is a company back Delysium right now. And my major job is like my fabulous and fantastic colleagues is doing a lot of different kinds of fantastic products. So my job is bringing them on the stage and tell everybody how excellent their work is. So here's my job, and that's me, Xiankun.
Awesome. Nice to meet you. I'm honored to meet you. I love what you guys are doing. And the Elysium is being worked on for quite a while already, right?
Yeah, it has been like over probably 1.5 year. So yeah, it has been a while.
Wow, 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 wow. Like I said, I lined up a lot of reasons for myself why I like the project so much. If you don't mind, I would like to say it real quick, and maybe you got another reason for me. So what's so interesting to me about the project is that if we take a look at this, like the graphics from the first thing that you see, I've seen the trailers and I've seen a bit of the gameplay. It all looks amazing right away. Um,
Something even more amazing is on the way. So looking forward to it.
reason number 12 is getting right there. Yeah, and my other reasons, you have great contributors. You have a huge following on social media. You raise a lot of money in a bear market, so you know how to approach this crypto market, even though the market is not really that great. You just do it. Congratulations, because you also right won the Blockchain Life Awards 2023 for the best
Yeah,
GameFi project.
all glories to our community. Without their voting, we cannot win it.
True that, true that. But you did a great job that made you get the community in the first place.
Thank you so much, and thanks everybody. Yeah,
I love it. Um, I got a lot more reasons. I mean, it's early. You can buy the DMA. You release, as what I know, on a pretty decent Launchpad. You have the first playable white paper, which shows innovation to me. I mean, a lot of projects do the same. AI blowing up. You have a great timing. You're built on a good blockchain. Can you give me some more reasons why we like the Elysium?
yeah, it is a very good question. I have answered that for many times. That's my job. And there are three features I want to stress here. Um, Very simple. That three features I want to address. One is, as Formotion mentioned, that the quality of this game is pretty good, especially compared to other crypto games. We have spent a lot of money and we spend a lot of time. We spend a lot of resources in making this a great game. So you can see our pre-alpha highlights. You can see our like trailers. Even better trailer is on the way. So
Oh,
watch
nice,
out. Yeah,
nice, nice,
it
nice.
is. It is a movie standard trailer. So we're competing for the best trailers in this year as well. Not only the GameFi project for 2023. So that's one. The quality of this game is amazingly good.
Yeah.
So the second point is we're an AI powered virtual world. So besides the game itself, we have been exploring the AI space for a very long time. So I'll give you more context regarding this. So before Delysium, actually, we have been running a company called RCTAI. So before RCTAI, we were running another company, and that company was acquired by the Chinese giant Baidu, and we were on duty for like producing smart speakers and first-party smart hardware for Baidu. So we
Oh,
had been
wow.
in, yeah, yeah. That company was sold for like 100 million US dollars. And we were on
Not
duty
bad.
for conversational part, natural language processing, reinforcement learning for a very long time. And we were young. We were a bunch of young people, so we are all lifetime gamers. So we were thinking that if we can apply the AI technology into like virtual world and make the game experience more dynamic and personalized, and can we like in the future, if we play like GTA, can we talk to a one person again, and they will answer me like in a different way, rather than that I talk to the NPC in GTA, and after 5 sentences and conversation that start to like answer me the same questions, the same answers. So we start this company
Yeah.
and always exploring that how can we use AI to make the game experience more dynamic and personalized. So it has been like
Yeah.
over 4 years. So we have been like partnering with a lot of big names in the game industry, and since like 2022, we think that we should have a first party title, so that we can do more experiment with our first party title. Here you are, Delysium, and right, why we want this like first party title is, you know, we can make the game NPC in the games more intelligent. We can do even more like if you can own an NPC in the future, probably the NPC and the AI bots can play the game for you. Probably they can earn the reward for you. Probably it is the first time that AI directly earn money directly, rather than somebody like pay you and you just pay the Microsoft or OpenAI, whatever. But the AI virtual being or AI NPC can earn money or earn like tokens directly from the network. So we want to do more like experiments, like if the AI only share like 80% of token to the owner, but reserve like 20% of tokens to themselves, what will happen if AI can participate in the governance of the whole system? Would that be
Yeah.
interesting to see that we live in a world that AI and human beings living together? That would be very interesting. So we build like a narrative NPCs for like composing narratives with our players. You can see like David and Catherine in our community, and users just play with David and Catherine in a very engaging way. And we also have like coming Lucy. Lucy is quite different.
Yeah.
It is not a regular virtual being or virtual NPC. It is a Web3 portal even. So you can ask Lucy about anything about crypto. So Lucy will answer like, what is MEV? So what is like Bitcoin? What are the most popular NFT projects,
It's
etc., etc.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not only about knowledges, but also you can use like Lucy to do a lot of different kinds of like operations. Just like, Lucy, can you transfer like 10 US dollars to Formotion.eth? And you will find the experience very smooth. Just like you talk to Lucy, and Lucy will transfer the money for you.
That's
And the only
brilliant.
thing you need to do is click the confirm, and the transfer will be made. And in the future, we say that, Lucy, can you like swap like 10 Ether to AGI on Uniswap or on
Yeah.
any
Yeah. Yeah.
swap for me? So I know that some users may be very familiar with like all the how to use like those Web3 products, but for the next billion of users, that using natural language based user interface probably reduce the barrier of contacting of any kinds of Web3 products, using any kinds of Web3 products, reduce the barrier a lot. So
Wow. Yeah.
and more probably will integrate some like a security alert solutions if you want to like transfer your fund to a rug pool like address, probably Lucy will give you a warning that probably it is a rug pool related like address. Probably should think twice if you should like send the money to this address. So Lucy is special. It is not only about telling stories. It is a Web3 portal. We use natural language based like user interface to navigate all your experience in different Web3 products only via talking to Lucy. So probably especially in the next cycle, new users, newbies probably will use a kind of like a natural language based
Yeah,
user interface to navigate and experience all kinds of different Web3 products. So that's two AI powered like experience. We combining the use AI to improve the game experience. We use AI to solve like practical pain points in the Web3 space, and we use AI to do social experiments like grant AI and allow them to own their own money. So that would be very interesting.
that's
And
awesome.
as you know, more than that, we also have like the third point is it's our decentralized publishing model. So it is also very special because you know that previous like a blockchain game, I love them, but they're pretty like regular. You still remember
Yeah.
that Vitalik Buterin told the story that the reason why he started the Ethereum is because that the wizard in WOW was nerfed by the developer team, and he write emails to the developer team, and developer team choose not to reply. And young Vitalik was really like depressed by this. So he said that probably we should build a decentralized system to avoid this. But nowadays, are those like GameFi product really solve this kind of problem? I don't think so. So we are also like designing a very special decentralized publishing model to make this happen. We not only make our like game assets as NFTs, we not only make our game coin as NFTs, we also grant all of our players a simple rights, is forking the game easily. So that's very crucial. The true solution to young Vitalink's problem is like everybody can fork the game easily. If you are not satisfied with the economics made by any party, like us, like a DMO, like a publisher, you can create your own tokenomics. You can issue
Yeah.
NFTs based on our content. I made the content for you, but you can issue the NFTs based on our content and sell the NFTs to your fans. And if your fans get into the game and play the game, you can use your own token to reward your players who purchased your NFT. So that will be a very, very open system, and everybody can fork the game easily. So all of the people talk about decentralization, but from my perspective, I think permissionless can be even more important. Permissionless is the foundation for decentralization, I guess. So from our perspective, we want to build a world that everybody can permissionlessly build their own on-chain incentive layer based on our content. You can easily issue your NFT based on our content and sell them to your fans, and you can play as you like. You don't need to worry about that if someone change it. So here
It's
you
not
are,
even a
the three
game
points.
anymore. It's like a complete world with everything on it.
Yeah, look at the front
I have
page.
to change my backlight because this is for a red market, but this sounds like it's gonna be a green market. So
Oh,
no,
it is very
perfect. Wow,
cool.
it's so much. It's so
Yeah.
much. By the way, guys, if you do have any questions, we can, or at least you can maybe answer them later, but already let me know so we can collect some. But there are a couple of things I would like to know, of course. But wow, it's much more than a game. And the things that you just said, what's the time horizon that you feel like okay, then it's about to slowly roll out? Is that somewhere this year, the coming years? Do you know have some plans on that?
So first thing I want to mention, look at the front page. We always say that we want to build what? Build a virtual society with AI
True,
meta beings.
true.
So
Yeah,
game is very important. We always want to build a interesting game, a good game for our players.
Yeah.
But in fact, we're constructing a virtual society. So what is a product? So somebody may believe that we only deliver games, but actually no. If you were everybody, the audience in our community will see that we not only like deliver the game itself, we deliver kinds of like virtual beings. We deliver a kind of like a political structures for the virtual society. So when you ask me that when we can deliver this kind of a game, that we probably say that we have tested the game for a very long time. Over like 100K people has tested the game. But moreover, that probably in the first half of this year, we will pay more attention on the AI part because it is a time. Like I love game, but this year gonna be a year of AI. We have to like put a little bit more of our time in the AI side. Somebody asked, can I use Lucy? For
Yeah.
now, if you are a DMA holder, congratulations. Here is your privilege to use Lucy right now. But if you don't have like a DMA, probably you need to wait probably another 1 week to use Lucy right now. So DMA holders, congratulations. And if you know that probably if you interact with Lucy here, you were gonna airdropped by AGI. So our DMA holders got a privilege to interact with the Lucy first, and probably our DMA holders will get more airdrop by interacting with Lucy. So again, go back to the roadmap or whatever. Probably in half of this year, we'll pay a little bit more attention on the AI side. We'll deliver kinds of like AI virtual beings, like native side or like Lucy, more like a tool or whatever. And we want people to change. We want to use AI to change people's entire experience of using Web3 products. And it is also a part of the world view. We're not only make a game, we're making different kinds of like AI-powered meta beings to construct your whole experience. So if you're using Lucy, you are a part of the Delysium world, even though you may not be a player. So
It's like a
yeah,
crypto chat GPT, but very crypto related, from what I hear.
yeah. So different from ChatGPT. So some people may think that it is a crypto GPT. It is a ChatGPT for crypto. That's true, because we trained the large language model with like crypto information. But more than that, you can see that ChatGPT can now do like transfer money and swap tokens on Uniswap, select my Ethereum on Ether on Lido, or whatever any more things. Because Web 2 is quite different from Web 3.
Yeah.
In Web 2, you have to have different kinds of accounts. So even though that you can have a very smart like assistant or portal, you cannot do that because you have to log in, log out, log in again. But in Web 3, it is quite different. Use Lucy, it can make you linked to any kinds of like Web 3 permissionless product. So that's the reason why Lucy is different from like ChatGPT, because ChatGPT only provides you summaries, knowledges. Lucy can help you to use natural language, conduct your behavior in the Web3 entire space, connecting it to like different kinds of like Web3 products. So like ChatGPT, but more than ChatGPT itself.
How did you respond? Because you were working on this project for such a long time, and all of a sudden, for my experience, there was an AI hype. Isn't that super convenient for you?
Sorry, just
Well,
missed the second.
well, you were working on this project already for such a long time, and
Mhm.
now starting this year, AI is completely blowing up and getting mainstream. That must be super convenient for you, right? As
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
perfect timing right now.
yeah. It is perfect timing, and also for like our community, because we have been even before like Delysium, we have been working on AI for such a long time. It has been 4 years. The first time we were like YC company. So the first time I introduced the idea to our YC alumni, Y Combinator alumni is people were thinking that what is this? Is it like interactive film? It is like a virtual Western world. It is like something we beyond our imagination. So it was very hard to explain to our audience what are we gonna build. We will
Yeah.
like vaguely say that we want to build a AI powered virtual society, but people don't really understand. But after last year, especially in November and December, after the release of Stable Diffusion, Mid Journey, and ChatGPT, people suddenly understand what we are
Yeah.
building, and suddenly
Yeah.
understand that the vision of us, that they start to believe that we can build a world that use AI to generate things, and use AI to like in a virtual world, use AI to enhance your experience,
Yeah.
etc.,
That's
etc. So
perfect.
it is definitely a perfect timing for our product, and it
Us.
is so high. I think that everybody around me is talking about AI right now. But from my perspective, AI plus Web3 is a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Somebody may not think in that way. I remember AC from Phantom said that blockchain and AI
Yeah.
do not
So
fix,
yeah. Well,
right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Blockchain gaming and AI goes hand in hand very well, I think.
I think it is only his perspective, but in general, actually, AI is for like revolutionize every kinds of software industry. Blockchain can be seen as a kind of like software as well, even though it has a very special like database structure or whatever. But it is also a software, a kind of software. So AI will definitely revolutionize any kinds of like software and any kinds of like behavior between you and your machine. So I think that blockchain it is very special, and Web3 has a huge potential of change people's like daily life. But combining AI will make it more powerful and make AI more safe even. So I think it is perfect combination. Yeah,
It feels like being also kind of a part of the future, because I kind of introduced the project indeed like it's a game. It's well more than a game, but it's actually it feels like you're investing in the future, from what I hear. So pretty interesting. And now that we're talking about investing, let me get it out of the way. A lot of people are very interested, from what I notice. I myself as well. Maybe it's because I always talk so hyped about it. So a lot of people are into the DMAs as well, of course. Uh,
thanks
can I
everybody.
can I ask you some questions about that? Oh, it's also questions from the
Definitely,
audience that I collected. Some
definitely.
people they are already into a DMA or multiples, and they ask like, can we sell them as well in the future? I think I know the answer, but to hear it from you,
Yeah, I think it is possible. It is possible that we can sell DMA in the future, but essentially the reason why, because we want to make it more fun and we want to make it interesting to sell. Because DMA is not only a machine, a virtual machine that is generating like AGI every day. You can see that we always are distributing kinds of like values to our DMA holders. It's like
yeah,
we receive the distribution of club land token to our community, and we share like 50% to the token to our DMAs. And we
yeah,
make a DMA as an early access to the Lucy product, and so on and so on. Probably we will grant more and more values to DMA holders. And probably in the future, we will figure out how we can handle the needs of transferring our DMA and your DMAs in the future. But
mhm,
we want to make it more organic, because DMA is not only a virtual machine that generating AGI every day. It probably can be combined, linked to your like a virtual identity. In the future, we can combine the AI product to our DMA, and probably DMA can be your AI ID. We will call it AID. Don't tell
yeah,
everybody, watching this streaming right now. It is secret, but I'll tell you first that we will probably probably
yeah,
release a kind of product called AID, and you
something
can
like that. Yeah,
create your own version of yourself. And think about this: that if you can simply duplicating yourself and creating a kind of a digital version of yourself,
kind of an
that
avatar.
not only about like because every time we would talk about avatar, it talk about like a private profile photo, talk about the image, but I'm talking about the soul. So the digital version of yourself, like talk like you, like solving problem like you, making decisions like you. So more than an avatar, more than an image. So if in the future we make everybody own a AID and the AID linked to the DMA and DMA's AID can have more early access and features and privileges. What we should do with the needs of like transferring your DMA. So in a word, probably in the future you can transfer your DMA, but we want to make it fun. We want to make it interesting. We want to make it more than just a virtual machine generating AGI every day. So we need a little bit of time to design a product and design everything around DMA. So
Hmm.
essentially, for our community, it is a DMA central community that
Hmm.
DMA holders are our core users, definitely. Even though that we have a lot of players, players are also at the center stage of a product, but for the whole system, for the whole ecosystem beyond the game, DMA holders are definitely at the center of our whole ecosystem. So we're
Yeah.
designing different kinds of products, different kinds of mechanism, different kinds of like system to satisfy the needs of DMA holders and bring you some like a potential fortress of whatever. So the answer is probably yes, you can transfer your DMA, but we need a little bit more time to design the system to make
Um,
sure that everybody can largely benefit from that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that takes some work to do it. Good, of course. Yeah, it kind of takes me to the next question because this is the question I got most or people most asked. And I wondered myself a little bit as well because you started selling the DMAs. And when it comes to the token, as far as I know, you really I say they, but you release 700,000 tokens daily towards the DMA holders.
Yeah.
Um, how did it work? Because the people that bought the first 10 DMAs, for example,
Yeah.
they didn't have to share it with a lot of people, so they got a lot. And the later you buy the DMA, the less tokens you get. Now you talk a lot about, of course, you have a lot more privileges than just the tokens. So that maybe kind of answers the question already. But the question is kind of if you buy a DMA at a later stage, in what way is it still worth it? And that depends on the future token price, and you can speculate on that, of course. But in what way are you securing that it's still worth it? And aren't there a lot of whales in the project as well? Because a lot of people got a lot of tokens in the beginning.
Yeah. I think that it is a general principle is that the people who take larger or higher risks probably should be returned as a higher return. Because
True.
just like immigrations, that you're the first bunch of people getting into like a new continent, even though you pay higher, you're taking higher risks of like getting live in a new continent. You need to construct all the infrastructures of the new continent. Definitely, actually,
Yeah.
in the end, when a country or nation being built and everybody just being prosperous, people say, "Oh, you're the early adopters. Why you should like receive more?" But actually, you ignore the process. Why the process we building all of the stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, people take a lot of time and paying a lot of attention and contributing a lot of building what we are today.
Yeah.
So generally, I believe that early adopters and early contributors should generally rewarded more, and at the same time, actually, they take higher risks. But at the first time, just like your first like DMA purchase from you must take a very high risk. What are they? Who are they? Those guys? I don't know them. What are they doing? They're doing a bunch of like things I probably don't know.
Yeah.
AI, game, blockchain, Web3, sounds like fascinating, but I sometimes I don't really understand. So the first one who purchased the DMA from your channel probably take a really, really high task. Probably he had a fight with his wife, right?
Yeah,
Before,
probably. I had.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
it took a lot of like efforts
Ah, just
to
kidding.
do it. So so getting to later stage, probably people, you know, fairly speaking, like take, like smaller, uh, lower like a risk of adopting it. But to make it sustainable, it is not a zero sum game. We need to build a more practical and useful product to attract the new people to use it, to to lure, attract the more values flows
Yeah,
into this system, just like the building a nation. When you go to America, the first bunch of like immigrants go to America, that people immigrants go get into America again, 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 bring their like intelligence, bring their like values, bring their money into the system. And the
yeah,
reason why is that we found American has something to enjoying. You find there is opportunities. You find whatever, whatever. So to make it a positive loop, we need to build more and more useful products and products and ecosystem to benefit the later stage adopters. But
yeah.
yeah, I do appreciate people who believe in us early. That's naturally should be rewarded heavily. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that bought Bitcoin first also made the
Yeah.
highest gains, so it's quite understandable. You take a risk with when you dive into something new. Yeah, and when
Yeah.
you see that there are already hundreds of thousands of people in it, yeah, that's too easy. Then you should have been earlier. So it's kind of understandable as
Yeah.
well, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it is. I have so many questions for you guys. We should do 5 interviews, I think. But about the release of the token, you have some things brewing on the pipeline. Can you tell something about that, as far as you can tell something? I'm just gonna ask all kind of stuff. You see if you can answer me or not.
Yeah. 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 Feel free to ask. Feel free to ask.
When Binance?
For the that's a good question.
Yeah,
Definitely, CZ said anybody said that will get listed on Binance will be blacklisted, so nobody
yeah,
can
yeah,
talk
yeah. I
about
want to talk
listing on
about it. No,
Binance.
I know how it
Yeah,
works. Yeah,
but obviously that we're in contacting with like Binance people, and but not like a bribe them, or like use like personal connections to persuade the He or E or CZ to, oh, Godfather, make AGI on Binance. The only practical way is like making a product useful for for your community and for a large audience, and make
yeah,
people feel that you are building something useful, or building something lovable. It's okay, right? So we are constructing and designing and building different kinds of products, uh, around it. AI, as AI centered strategy, and I think it is a very good time because everybody is like looking at AI. Binance just released like his like AI product called Picasso or whatever. I couldn't
mhm,
remember the recorded name. So we're talking to different kinds of exchanges for sure, and I guess almost 100% are giving us very positive feedback. And I can't say a lot because there are like some compliance and problems here,
yeah.
but I would say that 100% of exchanges we have in contact with give us very positive feedback, and yeah, and probably we will list our token in the near future, very near, I guess.
And Bybit already announced something, right? So isn't that already kind of official?
It is official. Probably we will do something even closer, or we will do something. Bybit probably will contribute more in this launch. Bybit Launchpad is something very special for
Yeah.
like Bybit, but we are composing probably a new plan to make Bybit can contribute more to the token launch and our community. Probably something you have never heard of, a new product. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
all the exchanges are very
Uh,
positive towards it.
yeah.
And the problem for me is like finding the balance between different kinds of like exchanges, and in make sure that they will like contribute to our community and benefit our communities, especially
Yeah.
DM holders.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can. Yeah, you don't want people to be excited about this project just because they can sell their tokens as early as possible. You want to also, of course, give them a very good reason why they want to uh, have the tokens or be a part of the community. I think that's most important, of course. So that seems like a hard job for you to make a good ratio between these two. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
think you're thinking about it very professionally, though.
yeah. I just saw Patrick said definitely gonna invest in Delysium. Wife changing money.
Why? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think so. Yeah, people are super hyped about this. I saw someone ask something, by the way, about the gameplay.
Yeah.
I don't know what the question exactly was. I think it came down to is there any more gameplay to expect, because there is some gameplay on YouTube already. Can we see some new teasers or trailers anytime soon?
Uh, yeah. So for the roadmap, actually, that we want to build a virtual society, and actual RCTA is always providing solutions to those like narrative centered games like GTA and Cyberpunk 2077. So definitely in the future, we will design and develop some like more like narrative oriented game, like a RPG game or adventure game or whatever, and you will experience the narrative with like AI virtual beings in the future. By the way, it is the first time I talk about this publicly. I think that in the future we were like constructing a ecosystem and bring more experience into the ecosystem. Because like the battle royale game itself, like as you can see today of Delysium, the battle royale game right now is only first stage. So in the future, we probably should bring in more content from third party, because you can already see the hint. Now, the reason why we would design a decentralized publishing model is not only because that players can fork the game itself, but also for the creators. If in the future, creators can use this kind of like decentralized publishing model, and the DMOs, which are Delysium Metaverse, like operators can publish different kinds of like games. That would be even huge, even bigger. So definitely, you will see some like moves in terms of like game content, new game content, new genre of game development in this year. But one part of the new genre of game development is from the official team, but probably part of the game content will be from like third party creators.
Okay, yeah, because someone else asked that as well, like what engine or something do you use to create the stuff? But it's also other people helping with that.
Yeah, it is very simple. We use Unreal.
Yeah, cool. And this right here was the latest game trailer that you see on screen right now, right? Or is there already something that I missed that has been released?
We have several, but this is the latest that I released on YouTube.
Yeah.
We'll probably release more because we have a lot of fantastic videos we haven't published. We should release more.
Okay, exciting. It's good that there's always something laying around that's coming out, of course. And why did you guys choose the token AGI? Stands for Artificial
General
General Intelligence, right? Yeah.
yeah. So actually I explained in our community as well. Like it is a long story and very long thinking. That that the vision of Delysium is very clear, that we want to build a AI powered virtual society. And why AI is important, why virtual world is important, why blockchain is important. So I explained that in our community's notification. If you're interested in that, you can take a look also. So the reason is very simple. Since the reason I want to get into the crypto industry, part of for like we can make money here is besides this, the reason is like I am a libertarian. I'm a libertarian, so I believe a world without violence can be a world of true freedom.
Yeah.
So I want to build I want to build a world. I want to inspire people to live in a world that a virtual world, because in virtual world we cannot hurt people. We cannot hurt people, especially in a physical way. So if we cannot hurt people, if there is no physical violence, it will be a world of true freedom. And so that's the reason that we need a virtual world, and why AI is important. Because
Yeah.
you know, humans, the civilization evolves because the clash of different kinds of civilization. Just like when Chinese people firstly see the European ship heading towards the shore offshore, we was like, what kind of like this giant monster is, and why they can
Mm.
build this kind of such large and big ship? What are they doing in their nation? And why those like ambassadors don't didn't knee on in front of kings? So what their manners of like working with each other, or practices of like living their lives? So I think like a civilizations involves when people with different backgrounds and different like culture, they meet, they have clash, they have conflicts. So the civilization evolves because of this. But nowadays, luckily and unfortunately, at the same time, that we have almost meet everybody in the world. I just visited Africa. I think Africa culture is very interesting, and I went to Middle East. I went to Europe, and almost everybody has met everybody. So we need a new source
Yeah.
of our inspiration of civilization. That's also a reason why we need to go to Mars. We need to find aliens, because aliens will provide new perspectives to our human beings. Because you can imagine that when we see like aliens, they come to us and see why you eat kinds of foods. Oh, I only can recall that like probably 1,000 years, 100 million years ago, my ancestor was eating kinds of like plants. Why you guys are still doing this? You will feel like, oh, this is something new. I have never think about this. But it is very hard to find aliens, right? It is also very hard to go to Mars to gain the new perspectives. But AI do have the ability to provide new perspectives to us. If we just like we have already experienced the power of AI's perspective, like when AlphaGo had a Go game with Lisetto, and people start to realize, oh, this kind of way of AI playing chess is something that we never realized that we can play, because we have played Go for over like 2,000 years, but nobody has played it before. So probably we can try this. So AI already provided different kinds of perspectives to us. So I think that if we live in a virtual world and we get along with different kinds of AI, our civilization can be pushed forward, and the progress will be made if we live in a virtual world with AIs. So that's a reason I think AI will be very important. Just another case I want to mention. I just mentioned that we will allow AI to own their own assets, right? So in humans' history, especially in the European history, that people who own property and money is free man, will be free man.
Yeah.
So especially in ancient Greece or ancient Roma, so if you own property, you're a free man. So if the AI can own their own property and assets, should we grant them the rights of voting in the ecosystem? If AI getting involved into the governance process, or how we can cope with AIs, and if AI start to hire people, can we hire by AI? Or a lot of new things and interesting things will happen if AI can own assets, but it can only apply it in blockchain, because blockchain is a system that the network itself issue rewards and money to you directly, not the money flow from different kinds of human beings. So it is very special. The last question is that why blockchain? Because actually I answered
Yeah.
before. Human is a kind of a species of like economic activities, that we have to do different kinds of economic activities. Some people might ask that we already live in the virtual world because we play games. We play games from people all over the world, and people with people all over the world. So what's the difference of the virtual society and the game world? So the answer is very simple. That game essentially, from my perspective and some classic books, overcoming unnecessary obstacles voluntarily. So remember the definition of game: overcome unnecessary obstacles voluntarily. So it is not productive and economic activities essentially. So if you want to attract more people into the virtual world, you have to create like millions of new jobs, millions of like job opportunities, kinds of different kinds of like economic activities in the virtual world. Otherwise, people will only treat the virtual world as a playground.
Yeah.
So blockchain is very important. Even though I know there are a lot of different kinds of scam in blockchain space, but that happens in the history in any new continent, in any new nation, any new states that people build it from scratch. A lot of kinds of like a scheme will happen, but in the end, you need to realize that blockchain actually provide a space that people can get involved in and engage in different kinds of like economic activities without permission and beyond borders. So even though there are a lot of scams and there are a lot of shady things, but in the end, blockchain provides opportunities, economic opportunity. It is the foundation of a virtual world. So we need to combine virtual world, AI, and blockchain together to build a virtual society. So, but from my perspective, there are a lot of things. A lot of people are doing Web3, and people think we're a Web3 product. And there are a lot of people working on like a virtual space, virtual society, and game or whatever. So whatever. But I think for our community, our core mission is combining AI to virtual world and the virtual and Web3 and blockchain. So AI is the core of our community's mission. So every community has a mission and has a vision. So I think that I identify that our mission is AI is the core, and I believe AI will evolve into AGI, and imagine that in the future we'll live in a world that artificial general intelligence get along with us. Will the lifestyle of all human beings change? Will we like still buy Louis Vuitton and Lambo in the future? When Lambo, will we still buy a Lambo in the future? Because Lambo
Flying
from
Lambos.
yeah, flying the Lambo. No, no, no. Now, I mean that the virtual things, the virtual items, probably can become the symbol that you are rich. You can hook up with girls that buy a virtual Lambo, and it can be very like environment friendly because if we want to build a Lambo, that we need a lot of materials. We harm the environment. We harm
Yeah.
our like motherland. So if in the future that we live in a world that we don't hurt our environment, we will be like more environmental friendly. The change of a lifestyle will be very, very huge. We will live in a new stage of all civilization. So yeah, that's the reason why we named the token AGI, because AI is the center of the whole ecosystem. And we think
Yeah.
that AI can push the civilization forward in the virtual world on blockchain. Yeah.
Whoa. That's the best answer I could have wished for. Yeah, I like your vision. I like your vision. And I think you and the team share that same vision, right? Because if I hear you talk about it, you're so passionate, not just about the project, but about the general idea behind the project. That's what I like so much. You're
Yeah.
like the Gandhi of crypto. is is how, sorry, totally different question, and I could have known this, but how big is the team, give or take?
We have like at the peak, actually, we laying off some people since like the crash after FTX. So previously we have 250 people working on two project RCTA and Delysium. Now we have 150 people working on Delysium RCTA right now.
Yeah. Damn. Nice.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
pretty
Yeah.
huge team, especially in the
Yeah.
Web3 space, I guess.
Yeah, it is because if you would have said like, "Oh, it's just the two of us," then I felt like, "Oh, wait, what are we doing?" No, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's perfect. I see someone asked, by the way, will the token release this month or are we months away from TGE? Do you have a little indication on that, or do you really want to leave it open for now?
Definitely not. Definitely not months away.
Okay.
I can definitely say that. Probably you can see the token generated before the full day. I don't
Hmm.
know. Maybe full day jog. Maybe before the full day, the
All
token will be
right.
generated.
Okay. 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 If you don't mind to if I do ask some questions of the audience, do you know this? Or you can say stuff about it maybe.
So I can see you mean the question, what will the
The
market cap
market
be?
cap
Yeah,
be, yeah. Do you know something like that, or the circulating supply? How much is coming out? A little tokenomic wise for the investors between us.
yeah. So I should introduce more information, our like fundraising or whatever, and about the market cap or whatever. So our investors, we have in total raised like plus like grants raised over like 14 million US dollars. And
40.
our
I
invest
thought 20. Okay.
14.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
1 1 4 1 4.
Also a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a lot. Actually, the entire group raised over 40 million US dollars plus RCTA and Delysium. We raised over 40
Oh yeah.
million US dollars. So standalone, the Delysium standalone raised like 14 million US dollars. And our investors are quite generous. The TGE normally in other projects, the at the TGE, investors will release like 10% or 20% of the tokens at the TGE, but for our investors, only 0%. So we are a very community-centered tokenomics. Our
Mm,
investors, those VCs will not be put at the center of the stage. So we will not let those investors to dump our token at the first
yeah.
day of listing our token in exchange. So this is one thing. First thing you need to know that at the TGE, our investors, those venture capitalists will release 0% of their token at the first day of TGE. And only after half a year, they will start to generating their token. So it will be quite a long time to
Yeah.
protect our community and the retails and DMA holders especially. And the market cap, we probably will like use like a 1% of our token to do a airdrop campaign. So DMA holders are already has access to the Lucy product. So we will initiate a market campaign, airdrop campaign. If you talk to Lucy, if you transfer via Lucy, if you like ask Lucy questions, if you check your assets via Lucy, probably it will be airdropped with AGI in the future. But also,
Nice.
the product, the campaign will be DMA holders centered. The DMA holders will be airdropped more heavily than ordinary users.
Yeah.
So DMA holders, please try Lucy right now. Talk to Lucy, transfer your money. Probably only one USDC you can have a try with Lucy and ask questions and check your assets with Lucy right now.
Can
And
you
you will
show
be
Lucy
airdropped.
like where can we find because it's just new,
Yeah,
right? Or
yeah, definitely. Let me show Lucy right now. I should, yeah.
but coming back real quick to the supply, like you say, so when it's going to release, it's gonna be a total of the initial supply of 1% or so. Is that what I heard, or did I?
Sorry,
Uh,
I
when
was
it
like operating my computer, so I didn't.
well, I try to calculate how much Lambos I can buy. So I no,
You know,
but
in my lifetime, I never purchased a car. I never
No?
purchased a car. I
Where
never.
do you live?
I during 2018 and 2021, I was living in Los Angeles. You know, Los
Oh,
Angeles is a fancy place, inspire everybody to purchase a nice car.
yeah.
But I never purchased a car. And nowadays, I'm flying around the world. Sometimes in Beijing, sometimes in Dubai, sometimes in USA, sometimes in Africa. Even I just proposed to my girlfriend in Africa,
Oh,
and thanks.
congrats.
So I kind of like a world citizen right now. I never purchased a car because
You just
I
own
always,
a private jet.
yeah. But actually, to be fair, I want to be yeah. Actually, I made a lot of money by trading crypto already before I started this project. I started to like I started to purchase Bitcoin since I was in high school, like 2010. And I didn't realize the difference between Bitcoin and Gamecoin, so we just used Bitcoin to purchase like headphones online because there was a discount like by using Bitcoin to purchase a headphone. And I started to trade Bitcoin since like 2016. Before I even graduated from college, I was interning in a VC firm, and I started to like trading Bitcoin at that time. But even though that you made some money, but I still believe I should like keep consistent. I always
Yeah.
tell people that the virtual world is better than real world, and we should not pollute our environment. We should protect the human, protect our Mother Earth. Why should I?
Yeah.
Probably I will never buy a car in the future. Probably a Tesla, maybe,
Mm.
but I will never. But I encourage everybody to choose to buy anything you want. If you want to buy a Lambo, if you have enough money, if your wife want like argue with you, buy it. And yeah, that's
I respect how you think, though.
yes. Can you see my screen sharing?
Here we go.
Yeah, can you? So it is a very Delysium style user interface here. Hey there, this is Lucy over 3 AI system, and probably we should ask. What do you all want to ask?
It's so hard for me to think of what you can ask. What I don't know. What's possible with this? I have no clue.
Probably, let me ask something that I have been like doing research on because I didn't really understand the MEV, so I just asked MEV questions to Lucy, and Lucy gave me a perfect answer. So here you are. Lucy will give you an answer based on your question, very detailed, and the performance of Lucy is much better than ChatGPT in terms of like crypto related questions. And more than the knowledge and information, I can do some like things like put this transfer one USDC to address. And all you need to do is click.
Oh, yeah, MetaMask. I see it popping up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So
Wow, that's
what you need to
great,
do
man.
is, yeah, all you need to do is waiting, and you see pending here, right? And for a few seconds, you will like turn green and say that transfer completed. That's all you need to do.
Whoa, this is what we actually need because it's also so much faster, but it looks kind of safe as well because you don't make any personal mistakes, of course.
Yeah, and we want to integrate more and more Web3 protocols and actions. You can use natural language to conduct. Let me do this. Check my asset.
Check my asset. Oh, and it shows
Yeah,
you how much assets there are on that.
yeah.
Wow, that's wow.
NFTs, tokens. Yeah, and that that's probably I will show it. I won't show more right now. I need to like everybody to try it right now.
Yeah. So
So
chat.delysium.com, and you can already try it if you have a DMA, from what I
DMA, yeah, yeah,
understand.
yes, yes, yes.
And do
And
you
my
get
wife
10?
created 20 DMAs. It is.
Nice. I think he's married to Lucy. That's why she agrees. But awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so but that's really innovative. I never heard that you were planning to do this. Was this on the pipelines for a long time already, or?
Yeah, because just as in the beginning, I mentioned that we have been working on the user, human machine interface, interaction interface for over like 7 years. Because at the very, back into the very early days, that we were working on like a smart speakers. Actually, smart speakers are also a human machine interaction way. So we have been thinking of like how we can use AI to revolutionize your experience in Web3. So, but developing the product won't cost you a lot of time. And thinking about it and accumulating your experience, your thoughts on how they can combine each other, how we can combine AI to with like a blockchain is something that we spend a lot of time on. And we in the future we're integrating more and more features into Lucy this product. So
Yeah.
I told you it is not only about ChatGPT for crypto. It is a
Oh,
Web3 portal. You use natural language to conduct your behavior in Web3 world, especially for the next billion of like users. They probably don't want to spend a lot of time learn how to use different kinds of Web3 product. Just to use this natural language based
it's crazy.
product, you can solve all your
It's
problems.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm very, very impressed, and also not by the product, but like I said earlier, by the mindset behind it. I think that's very important as well, because you are super, super, super passionate about the project.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, you can notice that, right? And if the team, I mean, you speak for the team. If the team is so passionate about a project and is standing behind it completely, yeah, then why shouldn't I? So I love it. I do have to
Thank you
round
so
it
much,
up.
man.
um can you, we all know it by now, but for the people that watch and still want to know, can you line up the reasons real quick why you should, why it's a good idea to get a DMA? Maybe Lucy can do that.
So,
I don't know, but
uh, I want to be creative and I also want to be safe. So the safe answer is like you're getting involved into the AI revolution, combining the crypto. So in the future, probably everybody will use a product powered by DMA and AGI token. So it can be very profitable if you buy early and earn
mm,
early. And it is a super cool game. Probably there are gonna be a lot of like gamers in the future and use DMA, use AGI to conduct uh, yeah, yeah, we attract a lot of users. And the creative answer is that we are giving AI equal rights. We're doing
yeah,
a social experiments. And probably in 10 years, AI will be the center of this country and this society. And at that time, AI will thank you, will say thank you to you because you're contributing to this process. Just like you're sponsoring like George Washington at a very early stage. You're not
mm.
sponsor me. You're not like contributing to like building this product. You're not just helping the team. You're helping the AI. AI will reward you heavily. So this is a creative answer. Somebody may not take it, but I want to say it. Giving the rights to AI, you will benefit. You will be rewarded heavily in the future.
Yeah, and by all different ways. I think I, because like I said, I talked about this project quite some times already, and I put the focus a lot on the AG tokens, of course, that you get for the DMA, but there basically is much, much, much more than that. And
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's very, very interesting. And it's last thing, by the way, it's kind of the whole structure of getting a DMA. I'm also into Gala with a Gala film note. The idea is kind of the same, right? Because I saw someone ask as well, like there are like, I don't know where the question was, but there are so and so much tokens that won't go. Oh, here it is. um Would a 700k daily last forever or stop after a year or so? Because you have a halving mechanism as well, right?
Yeah. So it is a halving system, just like Bitcoin and Litecoin.
Yeah.
So probably I remember in the third year it will be like only 3050k daily. And the first 2 years is 700k daily. So it has a halving system, just like Bitcoin and Litecoin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great because yeah, of course it's not unlimited and it has to stop somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I I'm very, very, very interested in this. To wrap it up because I do gotta go, and I think we have a lot of information to process right now, and I will recommend everybody watching the video back. I'll put some timestamps in. Is there anything, any last thing you want to say about the project? Some juicy inside information that we haven't heard yet? Something to look out for? What's next to look out for? Anything?
Yeah. The last thing I want to say is that before you guys arguing with your wife, my fiance already pissed up with me because tomorrow is will be her birthday, but I'm standing here live streaming. So my girlfriend already pissed up,
Oh,
pissed off with me. It's okay. It's okay. So
now I
it
feel
is
guilty.
no. So what I want to say it is something that I'm truly passionate about. So I hope that everybody can get it. And if you have any questions, you can open tickets in the Discord. You can send DM to me on Twitter or whatever. You can find probably my Telegram accounts on our like Telegram official channel, whatever. Reach out
Yeah,
to us if you have any questions. We would love to answer your questions. And welcome to join the Delysium world.
I'm happy to. Is it maybe a good idea to in a month or three, something like that, to catch up again, to do an update to see where things are by then?
Yeah. Definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you too. I'm very honored you were here. I learned a lot of new stuff. I'm very excited. I'm gonna check out what Lucy has to offer me, and let's stay in touch. Thanks for your time, and have a lovely day, man.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Ciao. Wow, wow, wow. Guys, okay, you heard I gotta go, but this is beautiful. This is beautiful. It's so much more than I thought that it was. And Lucy looks fantastic, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the project. Look, you can ask her anything, right? And she just answers all this crypto related stuff for you. So it's not even just a game. It's also just a chat GPT on steroids, basically. So check it out for yourself. Go. The link's in the description of the video. You already know. But go to Delysium.com. Be a part of the community, whether it's on Twitter, Discord, Telegram, Medium, YouTube, whatever. Be there, ask your questions. Chat.delysium.com is for Lucy. If you already have a DMA, you can check Lucy out. If you do not have a DMA, I have the link in the description of the video with a code to the private note right there. So from what we heard, it's more than just getting passive daily tokens. You're liable for drops. You're liable to use Lucy. You're liable for so much innovative stuff. And who knows how rewarding that's going to be. And it's actually so fun to be a part of the future. And I love their passion so much. So if you ever have any questions about the project, again, leave a comment. I'm gonna save them all so we can do a 6-hour long live stream with the team again in a month or three. Guys, thanks for your time and have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. See you.